Welcome back. So in this lesson, we're going to make this cheese wedge look a little bit more interesting. So let's go ahead and change our view up a little bit. Sometimes what I like to do, make sure you're in solid mode, this little sphere guy right here. And if you go to this drop down, you can add shadow and cavity. And shadow just helps when you're adding objects. You can kind of see the shadow of two objects kind of interacting. And it kind of helps when you're placing things. And cavity just puts these little sheen or shine on the edges and kind of just looks a little bit more 3D printed and lets you see your geometry and kind of what it will look like when it's 3D printed. So that's just a personal preference that I like to do. And let's add some color to this. So let's go to make sure you have your cheese wedge selected and go to your material tab. It should be the second one from the bottom. Looks like a little beach ball. And we're just going to click on new and just change the color of your cheese wedge. But notice nothing happens, and that's because we need to be in material preview or Eevee. So if we go to material preview, you can see your materials. And if you go into Eevee, it just kind of looks more, it's like a real-time render engine. And I like modeling in this just because it's a little bit more fun and pleasing to the eyes. Obviously, the color will not really affect our final 3D print design, but it just looks better whenever you're designing. And we can go ahead and rename that material. So just click on that right there and just call it like cheese color. That way, if you ever want to go back and change it, you can. And now let's add some cheese holes. So to do that, we'll make sure you're in your flexible design, and we're going to do Shift A to add, and we want to add a mesh. And we've got all these different things to choose from. You can choose, anything you want, but if you're just following along for the first time, let's just do UV sphere. And notice one appeared, but it's really, really tiny right there. So let's crank up the radius. You should have this box in your bottom left. If you don't, it may be kind of low down here, and just twiddle it up. And for the radius, let's increase it to maybe like 10, just to make it a little larger. That looks good. And now we're going to place this sphere onto our cheese wedge. And you can do that just by hitting G and kind of moving it around. You can see your shadow over the cheese wedge here. So, you can tell if you're kind of interacting with it. And remember to always move around so you can kind of see where you're placing the sphere here. And let's just go ahead and rename it just for ease. Let's just double click sphere and call it hole, because this is going to be our hole that we're going to cut out from our cheese wedge. And this could be a good time to turn on our snapping. So snapping just looks like this little magnet, and that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to like magnetize our objects together, but we have to make some adjustments. So the little drop down beside it, you can click on that, and let's do face, because we want to magnetize to the faces of our objects here. And we can snap with the center of our object, our little hole here. And let's do align rotation to target. And what that's going to do is when we hit G, notice there's like a little circle kind of in the middle, and that is going to snap to the top of the cheese. Or if we go over to the side, it's going to turn the sphere kind of on its side. It's kind of magnetizing to this cheese wedge here. And that's an easy way to just know for sure that your item is snapped to the object. And then we can just hit S and scale it down, and notice it's snap to it. You can even move it again like that. And sometimes if you're looking around and you hit G, sometimes the sphere will get snapped way over here to the side, and it can be really annoying. And that's just because we have this CR10 volume turned on. So an easy way to do that is just turn off the little eyeball and click on your sphere again, hit G, and now it's going to snap only to what's visible in the scene. So, just kind of place this first sphere anywhere you'd like. And then we're going to hit Shift D to duplicate and make another sphere or another hole, and just click anywhere, maybe hit S to scale it up. And notice it's still it's scaling from this little center origin point, this little orange dot in the middle. And what I want you to do in this lesson is just make a bunch of holes and snap them to this cheese wedge, and then just scale them, at different sizes. Just kind of make them random. And really you only need like 2 to 3 spheres on each edge. So let's just go ahead and do this together. Just do Shift D, and then it's snapping to it. Let go with a click, and then hit S to scale. and then maybe Shift D, and we'll snap one maybe down here, maybe scale it up a little bit. Click here, do Shift D. There we go. Put one here, maybe make this one kind of larger. And then we'll do Shift D, put one down here, and do S to scale, and maybe make a little tiny one. And this one right here looks a little too perfectly centered to me, so I'm going to hit G to grab it and put it up here in the top corner. I think that'll look cool. And if you ever want to turn your snapping off, you can just click that little button up there so it turns the little blue off. So that's on, that's off. Or what I like to do is Shift Tab. So Shift Tab is just going to toggle that magnet on and off for you if you don't need it for sometimes. So it's just Shift D. We'll bring it over here, scale it down. Maybe do another one, Shift D, scale it up a little bit. Shift D, bring one over here, scale it down. And let's do Shift D, and maybe scale it up. And that looks pretty cool. Maybe do one more on the bottom. Let's do Shift D, do it here, maybe scale there. Maybe, and it's going to be hard to see that one, you know, unless you just turn it over. So I'm going to put it right here on the edge and scale it down. Hit G to move it around. Maybe move this one over here. So really just kind of have some fun with it. Shift D, and just place some holes all over your cheese wedge. I'm going to scale it down. That looks pretty good. And maybe do one more. I'm going to just Shift D, duplicate this, and do one here on the corner. There we go. So hopefully you had some fun just snapping some spheres or some holes to your cheese. And let's go ahead and jump into the next lesson where we are going to use the bool tool to subtract these from our cheese wedge.